think that's us. No, that's January 1st. I'm getting there. That's us. January 2nd. All right. Good morning, everybody. It's wake up time. I'm your alarm clock. Get up. Find out how to send. Okay, the link is going out. So if you are not part of the link group and you want to be so that you can find us easily every morning, just message me and let me know. Did it go though? Nope, that didn't go. That's weird. There it went, finally. Okay, so the link has been given. That's the good news. Hi, Julie. Good morning. Are you junk journaling with us, Julie? And Lita? And Joy? I know Joy is. How's everybody doing today? It is Thursday. I had to think for a minute there. Hi, Carrie from Richmond, Virginia. Yesterday I worked in my journal all day and I napped and I didn't do anything else. And let me tell you what, it's pretty great being semi-retired and napping during the day. I kind of love it. Although we're back on schedule today because we are taking down Christmas stuff today and putting it away. I'm shampooing carpets today and something else. Oh yeah, I'm working on our Valentine card maker class today. Even though I should go outside, but it's too cold for my husband to work outside, so we're working inside. Hi, Judy. Hi, Juanita. Juanita. I want to say it that way. Juanita. And Michelle and Denise and Susan. Hello. Is it Friday? Lita says, I think it's Friday. She's yelling at me. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Diana. It might be Friday. I think you're right. I think it's Friday. So guess what we've done? We figured it out. Let me just get a piece of paper here. I'm just going to get this trash paper. So since December, what was the Christmas? Was the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30, 31, and 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days of doing nothing. We've done nothing for 7 days, except get paint on my fingers. Oh, yeah. Life is over as we know it. Hold on. I can get this off. I have a sprayer bottle of water. And then I can rub, and make it go away. How can you be a junk journaler and hate paint on your fingers? Okay. So yeah, I'm doing our videos today for Valentine's cards for the Valentine card makers. Hi, Carlene. Hi, Valerie. And then, we'll start our junk journal on Monday for actual pages. But today, kids, we're going to do paper beads and fabric beads. So what I wanted to tell you first thing before we get started, go find some straws. I could open this one. You want plastic straws, not paper straws. Go find some straws if you have any at home, and then grab some scraps of paper, white glue or gel medium or Mod Podge or something like that. And then scraps of fabric, if you have any of those things, because you're going to want to make some paper beads. But you could make it later. I'm just going to show you how. It's not hard. All right. So it's time for shameless plugs. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Janice. Who was there? Terry says, it's going to be a great year. Heck yeah. Hi, Judy. Who else did I miss? That's it. here's the first shameless plug, creatorofcuteness.com. That's the website. Mark it, book it. Oh, Debbie says she uses skewers because it makes smaller holes. I have some skewers. But do you have to put cellophane or something around them, Debbie? Or saran wrap or something? I don't know. I'm probably just going to use straws. Anyway, this is where you can find everything about me in the way of purchasing stuff. So you can purchase classes. You can purchase books. You can purchase collage elements. You can purchase burnishing sticks. You can purchase watercolors. You can purchase journaling elements. You can purchase card elements and card makers kits. That's all on the website at creatorofcuteness.com. So then we have this, which I gifted to everybody who is taking any of my purchased classes. You're going to want to print this out, download it, and print it so you can keep track of the classes you're taking. Hi, Bethany. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Carmen. Carmen's here. Hi, Tammy. All right, I'm done. Hi, Carol. Hi, Laura. No, I'm not. Hi, Arlene. Hi, Katie. Hi, Peggy. All right, now I'm done. That's as far back as I'm going. So if you purchased any of my classes and you're getting confused already on dates and times, I would suggest that you get a calendar and put them on there. But if not, I created this list because a bunch of you guys asked me for it. So all the Journal Playday classes are here, as well as the dates and times. All the empty page classes are here, as well as dates and times. All of these So Much Cuteness classes are here, as well as dates and times. And then Card Maker Series classes are here, just no dates and times yet, because those, I don't know when I'm releasing them yet, because they are released as I go. There's no set date for it, because I can only take so much planning in a semi-retired life. Hi, Mindy Staton. Hi, Suzette. Okay, so that is available here in the files section as a free download. It will be on the website soon. I just haven't put it there under freebies. There's a lot of freebies too on the website. So what I am working on today are the videos for the Card Maker series for Valentine's Day. The Card Maker series already had Christmas, and the next one we are currently in the process of working on is Valentine's. And then these were some of the ideas. I think I'm not doing Get Well. I'm not doing Thinking of You. I'm doing Thank You, Birthday. Oh, Thank You is there. All Occasion. And that might be it for now. I hope to do a Card Maker series for Halloween. Oh, yeah. And Christmas. Again. A second one. That's the plan. Hi, Jan from Tucson, Arizona. Hi, Dieta. So for Valentine's Day, this is the artwork that's going to be given. These classes are $7 because normally my collage elements are $5. And for Valentine's Day, you get 2 sets of collage elements. You get the kitty Valentine looking ones that are a bunny, a bear, a kitty cat, a doggy, a heart, a girl, a boy, and hearts, heart flowers. And then you get all these cute collage elements to use to make cards with. Hi, Debbie Ball. Are you not working right now? Debbie, did you quit your job? Oh, one could only hope. I don't think so, though. Anyway, so this is the Valentine Card Maker series. And the way it works is that you'll get this artwork, and then here on Facebook, there will be a group, and some pre-recorded classes will go up on how to make cards using these. I don't make very hard cards. I don't make like pop-up, flap-up, explosion, crazy cards. They're just super simple. Because, as we know, I don't do math. Then we have Journal Play Day, the 20th quarter. I have done this for 20 quarters, which means 20 times 3 and sometimes 20 times 4. So figure between 50 and 80 classes. We make a simple journal each month. You get 1 to 3 pieces of new artwork and or background paper each month. And then there is an additional recorded class, creating a page or two. We created our journal for January in December, but you can still sign up now. We are creating our February journal in January, and we will do our March journal in February. Don't get too confused with any of these dates, because I have that chart that'll help you. This is the book that we did for December. I made it smaller this year. I'm going smaller books this year. Doesn't mean that there's any less work. Just means that they're shorter. Here's one of my pages. More moving, cleaning, caring, traveling, walking, resting, writing, thoughtfulness, food, because don't we all need to eat more food? Adventures, exploring, family, lists, music, dancing, calm, talks, compassion, listening, and time for me. Those are my resolutions. Not really. I don't have any resolutions. This is my only resolution. Live your best life. And then these were the 2 pre-recorded pages that I put up. This artwork was given in Journal Playday. Normally I don't give a 4th page of artwork, but for this it seemed to work out. But anyway, this is the idea of the cute little book that we make. And then you guys get to play on your own as to what you put in it. You can put photos in it. You could use it like a little mini brag book or scrapbook. You could cut out pictures out of magazines. You could doodle in it. That's up to you. So for the month of, oh, I already sent a card to Denise. Denise, did you get your package from me? Denise, did it come yet? For the month of February, here's your artwork. This one, and this one. I love them. Rainbow hearts. What could be more beautiful? This is probably going to be my cover. Look at, oh my God. But maybe this one, look at this. Oh my God. Or maybe this one. Oh my God. They're so pretty, right? So there are no collage elements for this class because the pre-recorded class, you're going to make your own collage elements. Aren't I mean? I'm so mean. So that's Journal Playday. It is $30 for 3 months, which makes it what, kids? $10 a month for lessons as well as artwork. You find me another artist that does that, and I will lower my prices. No, I'm kidding. I'm not lowering anything. Then we have So Much Cuteness. Are we going to have a play day with Debbie, Carmen? Are you going to plan it? Please, oh please. We can have it at my house because my kitchen's done. My friend Debbie Clark makes the best salads on the face of God's earth. Can I just tell you that? I would eat a salad every day if I could eat Debbie's salads. Okay, this is another paid-for class. This class is $40 for 3 months, I think. And in this class, what you're going to learn is how to do some stitching. You're going to learn how to do some beading. You're going to learn how to do some coloring on fabric. You're going to learn how to dye your own fabric because I just did that yesterday. But not fabric for making clothing, just fabric for making fun stuff. You're going to make some cute projects like bits and bobs of fodder, which are just little bits of junk to use in your journal. Snippets, journal pouches, journal covers, ruffles, stitched papers, and more. This class is given in 3 sessions for the first session and 3 sessions for the second session. So you get February, April, and June for your first session. That's $40. Then if you like it, you can sign up for the second session, which is August, October, and December. Okay? All of my class dates and times are subject to change because last year, I said this yesterday, and I almost said shit show again, and then I thought, Lindsay, you should stop cussing. And guess what? I just said shit show again. Last year was a shit show. I can't even give it another word. I can't. It was ridiculous. So just in case this year becomes ridiculous again, all my classes are subject to change for dates and times. Oh, wait. This is the empty page class. This is a class that's coming up on January 17th. It's a 6-month journal workshop. Again, you sign up for it in 3-month increments. So you sign up for the first 3 months for $40. And if you like it, then you sign up for the next 3 months for $40. You get traceable art from me every other month. And you know why I did this? Because I hate subscriptions. I was going to do this as a subscription because every other artist does it, and you're paying like $20 a month or $10 a month. And then you can get a bonus subscription for an extra $10 a month or whatever. Like, no, just tell me how much it is. If I can afford that, I'm going to do it, because then you're subscribed, and to unsubscribe to a lot of these things is ludicrous. So no, not doing subscriptions. In this class, you'll get traceable art from me every other month. You'll learn about mark making tools and mediums, as well as exploring lettering, quotes, stencils, etc., etc. You have to supply your own journal and tools to create it. Your journal has to be 8.5 by 11 or 8 by 10, because the artwork that I am supplying is 8.5 by 11 or 8 by 10. Okay, same goes for the recorded classes and the fact that dates and times are subject to change. This is what you're going to get for your first class. I'm not going to share these every month, but I am sharing this month so you guys can kind of figure out if it's worth it to you or not. So it's $40 for 3 months, which works out to like $13 a month. So you're going to get this page, which is giving you all the doodles that you need to be able to create your homework with. This is your homework. You're going to trace this, and you're going to have 2 months to work on it, to take this from here to here. Right? Fun? Yes? No? Maybe? It's pretty cool. I mean, the detail is really awesome, and that's what you're going to work on. And this is therapy. The detail part is therapy. This part is homework. And then during class, we're going to work on, what should I do in my journal if you're not here, Lindsay? What can I do if I just want to sit down and play in my journal? What could I do? So those are the pages that we're just going to have spontaneously. I'm calling it spontaneous combustion with Lindsay. So there we go. Those are all the shameless plugs. Hello. Good morning. Hi, Amanda from Tennessee. Z said last year was the year of the snake. It was poopy for a lot of people. This year is the year of the horse. And a horse is a good animal, right? So I'm pretty sure we're going to be okay with this year. Shari says, hi all. I was looking for Lindsay an hour earlier. No wonder I couldn't find her. Duh, Reba. I kind of need another color here because this book is blending into the background, kind of. So here's my book cover. Let's just show this in parts, shall we? I did the book cover yesterday. For those of you guys, this is another duh moment. For those of you guys that threw away your book jacket, I mean, don't sweat the small stuff. Just go get a piece of paper bag and create a new journal cover, right? All you have to do is cut it the size of your journal with an extra flap here and an extra flap here. So this is the size of your journal or your book, whatever you want to call it. And then this is 3.5 inches for the inside book flap and 3.5 inches for the extra book flap here. So after mine dried, I took it to the sewing machine, and you can see that my sewing machine's not sewing well, but I did sew with black thread, white thread, brown thread, and I love how my book cover came out, right? I believe in leaving threads. For those of you that hate threads, cut them. If you're sewing on a sewing machine, I'm not there to tell you to keep your threads. But this all just makes me happy. I could then take the interior of this and do some lettering in here if I wanted to write some stuff like where the stitches marks are. Do you see the stitches? Right? Then I did my book cover. So when I say I watch TV all day, it's not just TV. So I started here with this, and I doodled the whole back cover, writing Junk Journal January in here, but lots of little doodles on the front of the book. Then I painted the spine of the book, and it says 2026, which I hope is where we are, and my name, because I am the author of this book, not the other girl who was in this book. Then this says Junk Journal January here. I used a super cool pen, which I think is going to be carried out through my book. This is called a Pen Touch. Can you see that? I think the light is catching it. It's by Sakura, called a Pen Touch. This color is copper, and it's just a regular old like painty type pen, and I love it because it goes with my cover, which has got that coppery bronze color. Hopefully you can see it there. I don't know if it's coming through or not, but anyway, I outlined everything in that. Then I had this lovely little embossed leaf here, and I decided to color it in, and I kind of wish I didn't, and I'm going to see if I can erase it, but I don't think I can because it's colored pencil. Oh, I can erase a little bit. I wish I had just left it embossed. Oh, it kind of erased. That's pretty cool. You can see it a little bit, but not much. And then I'm going to give my book a title here, I think, but I haven't decided on that yet. So my leaf is up here. I wish you could see it, but I don't think you can. The embossed leaf. And then at the bottom here is going to be a title. That's all I did in my book since I saw everybody yesterday, okay? Oh, Carmen put a link up for that pen. Thanks, Carmy. Okay. Denise says, you know, they all drive me crazy, those threads. Oh, well. So, loving my book jacket cover. Love the inside. Love how this looks with this. I'm not going to attach it in any way. It's just going to be like the book jacket was on here. So it's just folded into the book. And that's so cool right there. I mean, it's really makes me happy. Right? Did you cover with acrylic paint? Right here, yes, this is acrylic paint. But not this. My book cover was like a cream color to begin with, you know? And this was already here. Guess what, kids? That's why I picked this book, because of this strip here and this here. Last year's book was the same. Oh, I already put it away. Sorry, I put away last year's. Sorry. So yesterday we did this page here, and we were trying to figure out how many pages per grouping that I want to do. But I haven't finished it yet, so I'm going to do that later. My recommendation yesterday is the same as today. Don't glue all your pages together until we figure out what we're doing. Like on Monday for the tuck spot, we might just take this and fold it that way, and that might be our tuck spot. So don't glue anything together until we're done. But you have to take your journal prompts and figure out how many pages are in your book. This is where the math comes in. Hate math. And you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 divided by almost 182 pages. Because where do my page numbers start? So I'll figure that out later. Looks like it starts here because this is 4, so this is 3, 2, 1. So these pages weren't included. So I have 182 pages divided by, I don't know, by what did I just say? 22? How many days are there? 22 in the month that we're doing. And let's just say you wanted to do extra pages and all you did was figure out how many pages are in our morning classes here, every weekday morning here. Well, you can always do a page that flaps up. You could always add in something like this that flaps out, and that could be an additional page. You could always add a envelope here that flaps out and add stuff into the envelope. So don't worry if you don't have enough or kind of enough. It's okay, right? So I think I'm going to put the book aside for a few minutes. And today we're going to make paper beads and fabric beads out of straws. But wait, my friend Debbie said to use... Debbie, are you still here? Oh, Debbie Ball, who's a mathematician, says 182 divided by 20 equals 9 groups with 2 left over. So 9 pages glued together. Is that right? I am not removing any pages. I did remove the very front page. However, this page, because I really liked this. Debbie, do you coat your sticks with anything before you use them, or do you just wrap around them? Australian Aborigines slept with their dogs for warmth on cold nights, the coldest being a 3-dog night. So that's the homage to my book, which will go somewhere like right in there. I haven't got that far yet. Let me go get a skewer, because I do have those too. Hang on. Okay. Yes, 3-dog night. I know, I love that. Okay. Terry says she's actually going to journal in her journal. Well, that is a fabulous way of journaling in a junk journal. So I got some fabrics here in keeping with my mode of operandi, which is blacks and browns, right? Debbie said, no, just wrap, gluing the ends once or twice in the middle. Okay. I want to start with paper because it's easiest. We'll do a bead that's torn paper. You could cut these for those of you guys that are, you know, have OCD or whatever. You don't need very much, kids. I'm just going to tear the end. All you're going to do is take, you can use regular old glue, or you can use Mod Podge, Collage Podge, which I have already told you guys. If anybody finds this anywhere, Lindsay wants another bottle of it because I'm almost out. And it's my favorite. So I'm going to put some of this down, making a nice gurgling sound. Then I'm also going to use my regular old glue. I mean, paper beads are not hard. Oh yeah, I'm going to use the triangles too, Debbie. The only ones I can't figure out how to make are the circle beads. I've tried and tried and tried, but we're just going to make simple ones. Bev Hill says Collage Podge was the best. And that's a true fact, kids. So I'm going to start by just doing some glue, okay? We're going to put this down here, and we're going to roll around it, around a stick. And I've got some glue there to kind of hold my paper in place. I put glue on the end. You don't need this much paper. You really only have to wrap around once or twice. And then I'm going to hold this until my glue sets, right? Because my favorite thing about paper beads, which it's all done here. Do you see that? It did. It pulled right off, Debbie. Is, hold on. I forgot to grab stuff. Hang on. Stuff like this. And I probably should use embroidery floss, but you probably can't even see this. Let's use a darker one. This is a brown. You could take fibers like yarns and twines and stuff. You could use beads if you had beads, which I do. Where's my, oh, there it is. But I love taking and wrapping. Do you see that? So it gives it some texture. And I could put beads into this if I wanted to, or I could just leave it like this. So some of these I'm going to make so they're shiny, which means that I have to use the Collage Podge or Mod Podge or something. And some of them are just going to be, what you call it, matte finish. I'm having a hard time tying a knot. That could be an issue, tying knots. And then I'm going to cut this. Whoops. Or I could leave hangy downy bits. So there's my paper bead, my first one. Right? You could use, if you have eyelash yarn, which I might have a little bit of it, you could tie ribbons around them. We'll do one with beads here momentarily, but I did get my straw in the Collage Podge. Although I do like Debbie's idea. So I have a thicker one here and a thinner one here of a, what you call it? What do you call this? A skewer. I'm all askew. I want to take another piece of paper. Here's some paper that I made. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. It's been many years. So I think you cut like this. It becomes kind of like a leaf. If I'm not mistaken. And then you roll this around. I guess you don't really have to start with a point, but I am going to put a little bit of glue here. And you want a glue that will hold, not a glue stick glue. I mean, I guess you could. I wouldn't try it. And then as it gets down to the point again, you're going to put some glue here. This doesn't show up as much because it's black. It really doesn't show up at all. I just have another paper bead. So let's grab some beads. Hang on. And we'll coat this one. We'll let this sit for a few minutes and dry and come back to it. So I'm just going to coat it with the Collage Podge to make it shiny. So if you have Mod Podge, that's shiny Mod Podge, use that. So I'm just going to let this sit somewhere to dry. And we'll do another one. Let's try fabric. I want some tiny beads, so let's do this one real skinny. Again, I wish I had grabbed my fabric scissors, which I did not. Okay, same. You're going to start with a little bit of glue. This is Fabrifix, so remember, kids, Fabrifix works on fabric really well. And wrap and wrap and wrap. And same thing when you get to here, you're just gonna put a little Fabrifix there and it'll slide off. Debbie's correct. Now, next, let's take some of this silk thread that was my grandma's, because they only sewed with silk back in the day. I have so much of my grandma's silk thread, it's crazy. Debbie says she uses Gloss Liquitex varnish. I'm not sure I want them shiny though, Debbie. I mean, yes, if you want them shiny, that's a great plan. I kind of like mine matte finish, so it is your choice. But yeah, you could use glossy accents. I'm just going to put a bead on the end of this, hopefully. I'm going to do 3. Bye, thank you, Debbie. You're always a wealth of knowledge. She has to go on her walk, she said. We're going to do 3 beads. And mine aren't going to be shiny, I don't think. But you don't need a lot of paper or fabric or anything to do this. So there's my beads. Can you see that? Just a black, a brown, and a beige kind of color. And this is a tiny bead, but, you know, hopefully it works. I'll start on the bottom and just wrap it around. And this one bead is not behaving. Everything else behaved. There we go. Come on, you guys, behave. There we go. I'll show this to you in a sec. I gotta tie it off. You could use embroidery floss, you could use yarn, whatever you have available. Just make sure you tie your knots good. That's important. And I'm going to leave some of these threads. Can you see that? It's tiny. Whoop. There's my fabric bead, right? So this one dried pretty much. And yeah, I think it might be better with really shiny. So I could put it back on this. Close up my beads so they don't go falling. And I'm thinking most of us have glossy accents or this kind of stuff that is crystal glaze. So I think you could put this on it. But now I got my stick all goobery. And take that off and let that dry. Oh, I gotta put it on my splat mat. So this is that crystal glaze from Tonic Studios. You could use crystal glaze, you could use diamond glaze, you could use shiny Mod Podge. Oh, Lynn says colorful magazines make great beads. Good idea. Let's see, I wanted to use this one. I don't need a whole lot of beads because I'm going to hang them on the outside. And you could use several pages together if you wanted it to like have 2 colors or whatever. I could add some black to the center of this one after I wrap it. Wrap it straight. And for a book page, you do want a little bit of thickness in your paper, so you want it a little bit longer than you might normally make it. So there's my book page one. Cute. And I think I'm going to try, let's see if I can do this. Trying different things here. Just taking a piece. I am going to coat this. And while it's wet, because it acts as a glue. My Collage Podge acts as a glue as well as a sealer and a shiny. I'm going to take this and wrap it around this and tie it. So think outside the box. We did the simple one, which was just the paper, right? But this one has paper now and a wrap of fabric. So what else can you guys think of that you could tie on your beads or put on your beads? I've got this one. I've got a teeny tiny fabric one. It's sticking to my fingers with the beads. I have this one, which was the very first one we did, that just has some fibers tied around it. And this one, which is drying. What's the questions? There was a question. Where did I miss it? I know there was a question here. Oh, sorry if this was already asked, but how can I watch yesterday's show? Yesterday's video is on YouTube, always now, Deborah, because Facebook only allows videos to be up for 30 days. So I don't save here on Facebook any longer. Okay, I'm going to do one more fabric-y one, I think. I love this. I love the writing in this one. Oh, Carmen just put up a link for yesterday's class, Deborah. Yeah, the YouTube is under Lindsay Ostrom, Creator of Cuteness. There goes the silk thread. What is that mat called you are working on? I don't know. It's from Ranger, and it's a mat so nothing sticks to it. I don't know what it's called. Splat mat. You can also buy Silpat mats at the bakery, or not a bakery. Don't go into a bakery and ask for a Silpat mat. At a kitchen store. Okay, so now I've got another fabric bead going here. I'm going to put some glue on the very end. And I think to give the fabric bead some stability, I'm going to coat it with the Collage Podge. So it kind of stiffens it a bit, you know what I mean? And we'll let that one dry. I think that'll help it to be kind of stiff rather than a really soft bead. Okay, so now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. A Ranger mat. Carmen just said it's a Ranger mat. I don't know what that means. But it's a mat from Ranger Products. I'm just going to add this on here and not even tie it. While it's wet and the Mod Podge or Collage Podge is on there, I'm just going to start adding some fibers onto it and not tying a knot or anything, and I'm just going to coat it with the Collage Podge or whatever decoupage medium you have. Let's just say that. White glue, that also works. And I want to try this. Hang on one sec. I've seen where people take just a bunch of, I keep a jar of threads, and I'm just going to add those to it. And if they're crazy wild, this is going to make Denise, the quilter, crazy. It is like a silicone mat. Yes. And I'm just putting these down with the Collage Podge. So this bead is going to be very cool. I don't know what you're going to want to call it, but I'm calling it cool. And I'm just giving these threads a coating so that they kind of stay down. This is going to take a while to dry, so I don't know that we're going to be able to use these beads today, but we will get back to our cover later too. And all this will dry clear. I don't know if you can see. Jeannie says a Teflon mat will work well. Oh, you know what else will work? Ladies, wax paper, parchment paper, all that stuff. Don't go buy anything if you have wax paper in your house and you want to use that. Just use that. This has become a very gluey mess. All right, I'm going to let this dry like there. I think I'll put all these back on here to dry, if I can. That one's too small. Letting those dry there. This one needs something, but you can see it got shiny. Oh, as the Collage Podge dried, it's shiny. So maybe I'll put a secondary coat on it. Lynn says you can use nail polish also to seal them. Good thinking, Lynn. Yeah, don't go buy anything that you don't need. Nail polish will work just fine. Clear, of course, not black. Did we put any on this guy? Nail polish would probably be a much harder coating as well, which would be good. This little fabric one is going to be the death of me because I didn't get those beads wrapped around there as good as I should. But as long as there's a hole down the middle so you can string them onto something, you're in good shape. Okay. So you see how much fabric I had and everything, and we're hardly using any of it. So there you go. Maybe we'll use this piece. Oh no, we just used that piece. I haven't used this one yet, have I? Oh, I can't cut it that, I can't tear it that tiny. So we'll cut it that tiny. Don't throw stuff away, kids. Because all this is good junk. My husband sent me a reel, which I'll send to you guys later. I didn't really watch it, but it says, this is why I don't junk journal. And it shows a lady going through garbage cans. I can't tie that, it's too tiny. Garbage cans and everything to get her stuff. We don't need to do that. Carmen says, thank you, but in real life, I'm a pain in the butt. Me too. Although that's one of my resolutions, to be a nicer human to the people that are in my world. I tend to not be the nicest human. All right, I think that's enough paper beading. What do you think? You guys got the hang of it, right? So make a few paper beads if you want to decorate the spine of your journal. We have this one. I hope they're showing and not blurry. That one, which is a cluster mess of goodness. This one, which has beads that are all falling off. I'm going to have to fix this somehow. This one, and just a really plain one here. Might have to have something added to it. All right, so there's our paper beads. That's almost our full class. But I think I'm going to do my inside cover here. because it sounds like fun to me. I think we'll use, I think this is the one. I think this will spread with water. I think that's my water-soluble pen, but I don't know. No, I used the wrong one. Ah. I always pick the wrong one. It's all right. We can fix it. I got some watercolor here. I wanted that all to spread, but it's not. I used the permanent ink one, but it's okay. We're going to just do our inside cover and then be done. This is really soaking it up. What if I use the water-soluble one on top of this? I don't think it'll spread, but we'll see. Oh, I know. Let's try a Stabilo All Pencil. That's kind of fun. Let's see what happens now. That's cool. This paper is not happy with anything that I'm using. What else could we try? A regular old pencil, maybe? Ooh, Lynn says go over with Elegant Writers. Where's my Elegant Writer? It's buried. Come here, Elegant Writer. The paper's really weird, Lynn. It may not work. But here's the Elegant Writer that Lynn's talking about. Let's see if that works. Oh, it does. It's smearing very nicely. This one's really dry. You want to get these Speedball Elegant Writers when they are full of ink. None of mine are very full of ink. But at least I'm getting some of that weird dye color. Kind of cool. I'm going to dry this and then add some washi tape and some other stuff. I just love doing nothing that's hard or crazy or whatever in junk journals. It's just fun to play, you know? What is this old pen? This is a Distress embossing pen. What is this pen? A metallic black? Oh, weird. It's a weird one. Get that wet again. Okay. Dry that. Denise says you sure know how to have fun with all those different pens. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I do like these little things, but they have too much color in them. This is kind of cool. Nah. Okay, I think washi tape should stick to that now. Guess what I'm going to do? It's going to send Denise into a tailspin. I'm going to take some thread. Those of you guys that have OCD, don't watch any of these videos because my junk journal is going to be OCD, not OCD friendly. Yes, please, Tammy, post your work as you go. What I normally do, you guys. Okay, so I have this little ball of threads. I'm just going to washi tape it down. What I normally do is I post my page. And then underneath where I post mine is where you post yours. Oh my God, that makes me so happy. Like it says, this makes me smile. Look at those loose little threads. They're just happy in there. All right, so what I really wanted to do was put this in here. It's going to need to be darkened up a bit because it's just so light. This is paying homage to the book, keeping the title or the whatever you call it, like her little, I don't know what you call this. What do you call this? Where you put a little quote thing at the beginning of a book? I don't know what it's called. Okay, I'm going to have to blow dry that. So even though we didn't really work in our journals today, I did do a page. And this is so much fun, you guys. It relieves a lot of pressure and stress from your brain. Junk journaling. Oops, that's going to need to get glued down with glue. And it's just fun, you know. Oh, a dedication page. But this isn't dedicated to anybody. It just has Australian Aborigines slept with their dogs for warmth on cold nights. And I don't think I'm going to use this cool piece because that could go somewhere else. I'm just going to glue this down. Is it a dedication page where they're just putting like a quote? So now I get to go upstairs and clean my carpets. What do you call that? Shampoo my carpets with my fancy Bissell cleaner we got when we first got the dogs. Oh no, we got it before when Charlie passed away. The last dog. And I don't even care if it doesn't glue down all the way. I'm just going to burnish it to make sure that it stays. I think I need just a little bit more washi tape in here somewhere. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it like that. Sharon says, if I am just attaching something to the actual cover, what glue is best? Not a glue stick. If you're not going to stitch it and you want all of your little edges down, you're going to want a white glue or a clear glue that is made for paper. The best glues that I can tell you about are the Bearly Art Glue, Zip Dry. No, not Zip Dry. I say that every time. Fabrifix. This Nuvo Deluxe Adhesive Clear Drying Craft Glue. Or this one here. The Art Glitter Glue. You want something that isn't going to warp your paper, you know? If your paper starts warping, I mean, in a junk journal, that's not a bad thing if your paper warps. I used the Mod Podge type stuff that's called Collage Podge. That's what I did. Lynn says, I would consider this more of a altered art book than a junk journal. I haven't got to the junk yet, Lynn. I'm going to get to junk. Don't worry. I have lots of junk to put in here. But so far, it's very altered art. Yeah. But I will be junk journaling. It's so funny. I follow tons of people on Instagram that do junk journaling, and they're all different. Everybody has their own idea of junk journaling. Fabri-Tac will definitely work. The difference between Fabri-Tac and Fabri-Fix is the smell. Fabri-Tac has a bad odor. Fabri-Fix has a semi-bad odor. Not too terribly bad. Does this glue work on the actual cover, not paper? Fabri-Fix will. All glues will. I just used the Collage Podge because I wanted it to be completely down so that I could then stitch over it. Oh, no, I know it's not a criticism. No, I know. We don't criticize here. We just give advice. No, I get it. Any other questions? Did I miss any questions? Okay, so I think I got everything. So we made paper beads today, which are going to hang here. I'm probably going to coat them a little bit more once they dry with, I think I'm going to use Mod Podge because I think it'll dry hard, or either that or white glue. I think white glue has more of a hard shell than the Collage Podge, but that's what I had available today. So I'm going to end up with 5 paper beads and fabric beads and my cover. And that's the basic what we're doing today. On Monday, we will start with, where's our prompts? We will start with a tuck spot. And hopefully I will use more junk and stuff. But if not, it will be altered. Oh, the straws, Anna, were for the paper beads. But then my friend Debbie said to use a skewer because you end up with a smaller hole. These have a really large hole, a straw. But the straw is nice because it's plastic and it doesn't stick to the straw. You know? But I went with the skewer because I wanted it a little bit smaller hole, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? This one's got to get fixed. Somehow, some way. I did not get, maybe I need to stitch the beads on with a needle. I'm not sure. But anyway, it'll be fine. So that's what the straws were for. I just ended up grabbing skewers as soon as Debbie told me about the skewers, because I didn't think about that before. All right, so you're on your own for the weekend. You can make your cover. You can do kind of a tuck spot here, title page kind of thing for your prompts. Where are the prompts? Where'd they go? How do I lose things so quickly? They're right here next to me. Cheapers. And those go in there. And then you can also figure out how many pages your book has as to how many pages you want to be junk journaling. So we figured 20, I think. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20. So for me, I would divide 182 into 20 to see how many pages I put together. Somebody said it was 9, but I think I'm going to go less than that because I would like to, less pages put together because I would like to do a couple of extra pages on my own, maybe. I'm going to glue these things down here because they're popping up. Sometimes washi tape is Very tricky because it doesn't like to stick. All right. Any other questions? Oh, you could cut the straw. What do you mean, to not make it so long? Or do you mean leave the straw under the paper bead? Yes, the beads are used as dangles. Kind of like this. I added this yesterday to my interior page, but I just did beads. Do you see that? That's just beads. But I just thought, since we have so much junk and stuff, that paper beads and fabric beads would be fun. Questions? If you guys have questions, just address them here. Everybody in this group is really helpful, and they can answer your questions, okay? I'll see everybody on Monday. I'm going to switch gears and start on Valentine's stuff. So, have a great day, you guys. Okay? Where do you get your beads? Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's, which is gone. I don't go to fancy bead stores. I just get them there at, the cheaper places. Like my kit here, I think this came from Amazon with just all these beads. But I have some cool other beads. Like, I'll buy vintage jewelry at thrift stores and cut them up as beads and use them as beads, not as jewelry. That's a fun place. Don't go spend a lot of money on anything. All right. You guys have a good day. I'm going to take off. I love you. I'll see you on Monday. I can't leave this little scrap, though. It's got to go in somewhere. I'm going to try to tie a knot with it and put it in the book. It's too tiny to tie a knot. Maybe not. Oh, come on. I got you now, right? Sorry. I should be leaving, but I got sidetracked. Squirrel. This is going on here. All right. Because that was going in the trash and I can't throw anything away. So have a good weekend, everybody, and I'll see you back here on Monday. Mahalo and Aloha Friday, Joy. There it is. Get down there. Get down there, Julia Roberts Fabric. Okay, well that worked. Made me happy. Just something else that doesn't have to go in the trash. Okay, love you guys. See you later. Bye.